Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Today we're going to do a card using the Father Christmas stamp set and some heat embossing. So let's get started. I've got a piece of Whisper White which is 3 3/4 by 5.5 inches, and I'm going to rub all over with my embossing buddy. That just stops little specks of embossing powder getting where we don't want them to be. I'm inking that up with Versamark, and see if I can line this up looking round the camera. Forgive me if I'm not quite straight. That doesn't look too bad. And a bottom piece here as well. And then I'm also going to use the holly piece, and let's have a little go with this. So I'm going to pop that there. Just see if we can make a little wreath. Now, I haven't tried this, so you're experimenting with me today, but that looks like that's going to join up. Now, until we've got the embossing powder on, we can't see how that looks, so let's do that next. Now I'm going to use copper embossing powder, and I'll just start to pour that copper over. Now when it first goes on, before we heat it, it just kind of looks brown. It doesn't look very exciting. How have I done with my wreath? Not quite round, but we'll see. I think I might be able to work with that. Okay, let's put this to one side. It's a little tiny bit in the middle, and I'm going to make a noise now with the heat gun. And that, I think, looks all done. That just is so pretty. I don't know how well you can see that on the camera, but the kind of rose gold reflection look on that just looks lovely. Okay, I think I might actually put it on a Calypso coral background, because it's just giving it a little reflection on that pinkiness. I think that looks rather nice with it. I think that this is a little bit too much. I think the lace looks very nice. So here's one of these little fir cones. Aren't they sweet? They are really tiny. They're metal. So they're going to give, but they're in the copper, so that is going to give a really nice little addition to there. Just get a little bit of linen thread and just tie a loop so I can suspend it underneath the bow. I think I will attach these with glue dots rather than trying to put the thread around the bow. That knot will give me a little piece then to suspend it. Let's take my glue dots. I always find it easier to press whatever you're trying to stick onto the glue dot and then take off with the glue dot. And I'm going to flip that over and actually put a glue dot on both sides there. And put an extra glue dot as well, just to make sure this all holds together. And put my little lace bow over the top. How cute is that? Now the only thing is that background card the right colour? I'm just wondering about doing it in a chocolate chip. Let me just try that. Oh yes, that's the one, isn't it? I rarely use chocolate chip now because I love the early espresso so much and the depth of that colour. But this, it's got that warmth here, which is working so well with the copper. So that's absolutely the right one to use. So a little bit of Tombow on the back there. And make sure I go right up to the edges, especially as we've heat embossed. So can just give a little bit of a curl, as you can see, to the paper. And make sure we get the corners of those all stuck down nicely. Oh, isn't that sweet? I really like that. Now I have to say, this was not the card I had in my head before we started making it today, but that's what the creative process is all about, isn't it? Is experimenting and deciding what it is that you're going to do. So I hope you've enjoyed experimenting with me today. If you would like the Father Christmas stamp set with that lovely holly bough in it that we have discovered makes a nice wreath, then just look down and at the bottom. If you're on YouTube, you can go to the link at and find Elizabeth's Craft Room. If you're on my blog already, look at the bottom of the post and you can just click on any of the products there to have a little look in my online store. Thanks for visiting Elizabeth's Craft Room today, and I look forward to welcoming you back again soon.